Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, my name is Nelly. This channel is all about dreams, lifestyle, spiritual minimalism and faith. Please make sure you like and subscribe and turn on that bell notification so that you can be notified whenever there's a new video. And thanks for those that subscribe, I really appreciate it. Thank you. You know, sometimes parents give children names based on how it sounds. Like, let's say you've got 4 kids. Your firstborn is Johnson. Then the next one would be James, then Jenny, then Judith. It rhymes, right? Sometimes it shouldn't be about that. You're not just who they call you, but your name is your identity, your family tree, your history, your compass, which provides specific location where you come from. Your name is your story of your lifetime, even though you may hate it at times, but you cannot change it. It's who you are. It's your identity. So embrace it. Today we're going to be talking about what a name carries. When God created you in your mother's dark womb, He created you for a purpose. Your name represents the beginning and the end. In most African culture, a naming ceremony is done. This is usually done on the 8th day after the baby is born. But in some cultures like the Muslim and the Islam, it's done after 12 days. This is to introduce a new baby in the family and also to announce in the extended families, especially if it's a big family, that there's a new baby born in the family. It's a crucial part of a person's life. It tells a story of who you are, your character, your destiny, and your calling. In most African cultures, you're given an African name. It's very important to find out from your parents what your name means. You need to ask questions. Where did this name come from and why were you given this name? So that you know what your name means. Most of the time we don't even ask these questions. Maybe you're named after a certain god, or maybe you're named after a certain river. You need to find out the history of your name. Ask questions. Do you guys know what your name means? We look at Jacob's wife, for instance, Rachel, in the Bible. She went through so much pain when she was giving birth to the son. She was in so much pain. And when she gave birth to a son, she was in so much misery that she named her son Benoni. Now, Benoni means suffering. Now, who names a child suffering? Why would you even name your child suffering? But she named her child suffering. Luckily, Jacob had to change that name to Benjamin, which means favorite son or son of right hand. Can you imagine if that child grew up with the name suffering? Sometimes it's so unfair that we name our children these names. She took all her misery to the baby, a baby that doesn't know anything. I'm sure the story is familiar to our daily lives. Some babies are named according to incidents that might have happened. Can you imagine if Jacob didn't change that name? Benjamin will be carrying that name suffering for the rest of his life. Because when it comes to names, your name is your destiny, your calling in life. Don't let your name affect your destiny. You're not what people call you, but it's what you answer to. Remember, even Abraham had to go through a name change because God changed his name. Called him the father of all nations, even though he didn't feel like a father of all nations. He didn't have a child, so he really didn't feel like a father of all nations, but God changed him. God saw something in him, like his wife. Just like Sarai, who was also changed into Sarah, which means princess. I'm sure she also didn't feel like a princess as well. So sometimes if you feel like you don't have a right name or you don't like your name, just ask God to change it. God will give you a name that will fit to your assignment, something that you are called to do. Because He knows what you are called to be. God will give you a Christian name because every name has a source. One thing about a name is your name can follow you. If you have to change your name and it's the only way out, then change your name. Ask God to change your name for you. And your gift will come out maybe when you change your name, because God is the one that created you. So ask Him to change your name. Sometimes we carry these names without us realizing it. Some may be embarrassing, like those nicknames. Whenever somebody gives you a negative name or a nickname, you don't have to answer for that. You are not called that name, so don't answer to it. Why is that nicknames are the ones that we remember most as compared to our real names? Do you have a nickname? If you have one, please care to share it with us, because I'm going to share my nickname with you guys, which I totally hate. By the way, don't forget to subscribe at the bottom below so you can be part of the family. So as I said, I do not like my nickname. I do not know why it came up, but they called me Fish. Like seriously guys, Fish, out of all names, who does that? When I was recording this video, I realized that I never even got to find out why did they even call me that name. It turns out when I got lost when I was 7 years old, I have a video linked below so you can go to that video. They called me this name because I used to have a tendency of slipping away and disappearing like a fish. Somebody amongst my brothers decided to call me a fish. So most of you have got these nicknames that people have called you that you hate, like how I hated my name. I never answered to that name. Whenever they called me Fish, I will not answer. So that is why I'm saying when they call you a nickname, don't answer to it, especially if you don't like it. Sometimes people call you these nicknames because maybe they're embarrassed of mispronouncing your name. Let's face it, people will always pronounce your name wrong. We're not perfect, but it's how you handle it when they pronounce your name wrong. All you need to do is correct them when they mispronounce your name as well. How do you think the person is feeling? How about making an effort of trying to pronounce that person's name? So don't be comfortable when people call you these names. In the long run, it will irritate you. When you carry your name, you need to carry it well because it's fragile. Your name is what you are here on earth for, what you are positioned for. It can either open doors or maybe it can close doors for yourself and your generations as well. That is why you need to carry it well. When it comes to names, they are symbolic. Just like when you are baptized, we are baptized in the name of the Lord. God named his son Jesus so that we can enjoy the benefits that comes with that name. That is why there is power when you call the name Jesus. But sometimes the devil uses people to steal our destinies, even before we get to our destinies. When God created you, he created you as his masterpiece. And the name that you carry is your masterpiece. So carry it well. Thank you for watching. If this is content that you like, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. God bless you.